So today in my booking room segment, the faction war over the WWE Tag Team Championship. So this week we're stepping away from singles titles and Royal Rumble winners and easy headline booking. Because what's unfolding right now in WWE is something far more dangerous. This isn't just a tag team rivalry. This isn't just a faction feud. This is a war over legacy, control, and supremacy between the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. And it needs to carry all the way to WrestleMania. And the most important detail, the lantern is already in the wrong hands. So the most important fact, the MFTs have the lantern. Let's establish this immediately. Bray Wyatt's lantern, the symbol of fear, identity, and vision, is already being held by the MFTs. And more importantly, it's in the hands of Solo Sikoa. That changes everything because this is no longer about earning Bray Wyatt's legacy. It's about appropriating it. Why the lantern matters more than the titles. Championships can change hands. Legacies are supposed to be protected. The lantern isn't just a callback. It isn't nostalgia. It represents control through fear, chaos with intention, power that doesn't ask for permission. When Solo Sikoa carries that lantern, the message isn't respect. The message is, we took this and we'll decide what it means now. And that's exactly why Wyatt Six can't ignore it. The MFTs, power without understanding. The MFTs believe in structure. They believe in hierarchy, loyalty, enforcement, and unity through dominance. They see the lantern as just another weapon, another symbol they can bend, another image they can control. Solo doesn't wield it with reverence. He wields it like a warning, and that's the fatal mistake. Because Bray Wyatt's power was never about intimidation alone. It was about belief. The Wyatt Six, you don't steal what still breathes. The Wyatt Six don't want the lantern because it belongs to them. They want it back because it's being misused. In their worldview, Bray's legacy was never meant to be owned. It was meant to be spreaded. So this feud's become something much darker than a title chase. It becomes, you're wearing something, you are wielding something you don't understand. And that's unforgivable. So let's get into the booking itself. During the month of February, the reckoning begins. The Wyatt Six do not attack immediately. Instead, they haunt the lantern. Lights flicker when Solo raises it. Audio cuts during MFT promos. The lantern briefly goes dark on its own. Camera shots linger too long on it. The message is subtle but terrifying. You didn't take this, you're borrowing it, and time is running out. Meanwhile, the MFTs keep winning matches. But Solo starts holding the lantern tighter. That's fear creeping in. Act number 2. You can't control what you don't respect. The first physical attack doesn't target the champions. It targets Solo Sikoa. Let's just imagine a backstage segment. Solo is alone, lantern in hand, lights cut. When they come back on? Solo is laid out, and the lantern is placed on his chest. Not taken, placed. That distinction matters. The Wyatt Six aren't thieves, they're judges. Next up, Elimination Chamber. Titles retained, authority questioned. MFTs versus Wyatt Six. The lanterns at ringside still with Solo, and the MFTs retain. But during the chaos, Solo drops the lantern, it rolls into the ring, nobody touches it, the Wyatt Six retreat, the MFTs leave with the gold, but the camera lingers on Solo staring at the lantern. He won, and yet he looks shaken, because dominance doesn't feel the same anymore. So we get to March. Supremacy versus belief. Now the feuds become full faction warfare. Multi-man chaos. Members isolated and targeted. Matches collapsing into violence. The MFTs grow aggressive, they tighten control, they overreact. Solo uses the lantern more often, almost obsessively. Meanwhile, the Wyatt Six never touch it. They don't need to, because they know. Eventually, Solo will have to choose between power and understanding. So, after all this, we get to WrestleMania. Everything is on the line. And you don't end this with a normal tag team match. You end it with judgment. Faction warfare match. The MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. The WWE Tag Team Championships and Bray Wyatt's lantern suspended above the ring. No DQs, no countouts, no escape. This isn't about climbing a ladder. It's about who deserves to walk out carrying the meaning. The finish, Legacy decided the Wyatt Six reclaimed the lantern and the titles. They win the war. They don't celebrate. They don't pose. They simply take the lantern and walk away. The final message: you cannot steal belief.